Common Coffee presents A Bed of Roasters with your host, Kirsteen McKenzie. Common Coffee.
Welcome back to The Bed of Roasters, the podcast where we brew up some light roasts, some good conversation, and a lot of laughs, hopefully, we hope. Okay. Today we're brewing up something a little bit stronger as well, literally strong. It's the strong roast of coffee from Common Coffee, and we're going to be drinking this in the form of an espresso martini. Our guest today is Ella Fletcher, a potter, a pasta enthusiast, and someone who loves hens parties, I have to get this right, about as much as her 12-year-old teeth loved the floor of the budgeons her sister pushed her over in.
Wow.
Let's get into bed.
Okay, cool. Strong start.
Did I pronounce it all right? Budgeons?
Budgeons, yeah.
Never been there. What is it?
It's just like a supermarket, like a little supermarket.
Oh, yeah.
I fell over and smashed my face.
Oh, well, I was told that you didn't fall over. I was told that you were pushed over.
Yeah, I claim that. My sister and I were running down the aisle and I think I tripped, but we're going with she pushed me.
Yeah.
It's flat on my face.
Okay.
Blood everywhere. I remember like my sister being really excited because she got to sit in the front seat of the car on the way to the hospital.
You know what I did? I did. I claimed that I got car sick unless I was in the front seat.
Yeah.
My whole childhood.
Yeah, I feel like my daughter is kind of angling that way at the moment. She's like, oh no, I feel fine in the front seat.
Yeah.
And like, yeah.
So you're on your way to the hospital, you said. Oh, so she was like, I'm in the front seat.
Yeah.
And you're bleeding out in the back.
Yeah, exactly. It must have been. But yeah, God, it was rough. And then, you know, it was fine, then got fixed. And then the rest of my life, I've had issues with my front teeth. However, now perfect.
Okay.
Thanks to lots of money.
Are your teeth ceramic? Was this the start of your ceramics journey?
God, yes. Wow. Maybe that was it. That was the early inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, totally. They are ceramic teeth.
Yeah. And tell me, other than the ceramics and your trip to the Cotswolds, your background, where are you from, your family?
So grew up in London, southwest London to be precise. And yeah, have stayed there up until uni and then chose a university as far away from my house as possible.
Oh, so Jersey then, or?
Well, Edinburgh.
Okay.
Hence, you know. So yeah, came up here, studied English literature.
Oh.
Again,
I thank
because yeah, exactly. Only because it involved like just lying in bed reading for like 9 hours a week, and that was basically all I had to do.
Nice.
So that was fun. Met my husband up here.
Yeah.
Had kids.
How old are they?
They are 11 and 9.
Yes, because you mentioned literature, and I was like, because your kids are old enough, have you heard of book talk?
Book talk, as in TikTok book talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with book talk.
Yeah.
Picked
it.
Spend a lot of time. Although they really like kind of weird fantasy love romances. So I'm a bit like, yeah.
As scintillating as the conversation has been so far, getting to know you briefly, and we will get to know you more, Ella, I think that we can improve the setup and start the roast officially by welcoming Jason Harvey with our espresso martinis.
For Ella and Kirsteen, we're going to be making an espresso martini using our strong roast. Our strong roast is a blend, 70% Brazil and 30% Guatemalan. Okay, first things first, there's some vodka. Okay, so we're going to go for about 35 mils of vodka. If you want a bit stronger, put a bit more in. In we go. About 12 mils of coffee liqueur. There we go. A double shot of espresso, strong, kindly stolen from downstairs at Maven. Next up is a couple of dashes of some cacao bitters, and that goes 1, 2, perfect. Okay, and final bit is a little bit of sugar syrup, same as the coffee liqueur, 12 to 15 mils. Just gonna add some ice. All right, next bit, on with the lid, make sure it's nice and secure. And last but not least, a couple of coffee beans. Evening, ladies.
Good
How's it
evening.
going?
Very good, thanks.
Yeah. Got some espresso martinis for you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, this is probably the most dangerous
This is very full.
cup that we've had, like in so many ways, because we have the added element of alcohol.
Alcohol. Yeah.
To the competition, because don't forget we are in competition with one another,
That is true.
Chin chin.
Cheers.
and they're very full. So
Yeah. Good luck.
just one sip, just one sip.
Well, I hope you enjoyed it. It's been made with our strong roast.
Oh yeah. It's good.
Espresso.
Yeah,
Don't ready too fast, ladies.
thank
Enjoy.
you.
Thanks.
Because as you can see here on my right, we have a score chart of in terms of how much roasting we're getting in on one another. So
Okay.
at the end of today's podcast, we will have a roasty with the mosty. That's to say, the one of us who roasted the other one the most is going to be the leader, really. And then we're going to compare the position of your peg. Yours is the strong arm
Okay.
because
Cool.
you're a potter, you know.
Yeah.
And mine is the complex logo because apparently I'm a little bit
Complex.
yeah.
Fair enough.
And so we're going to see at the end of the episode where Ella stands, where I stand on average throughout the whole podcast series. Otherwise, I would just be roasted out of the competition.
Who will be this season's roasty with the mosty? Common coffee.
As someone with a taste for the finer things, how does this cocktail stack up for you? Is it one of your go-to cocktails at a bar? And will we be singing Total Eclipse of the Heart by the end?
I was discussing that last night, actually. No, I do like an espresso martini. I tend to have them towards the end of an evening, so it's always a little bit vague. I'd start with a margarita. Margarita is my go-to.
That's the go-to. Okay.
Yeah, spicy marg, and then a shit ton of white wine.
Which type of white wine?
Don't care.
I like you. Yeah. Like, oh, how's the wine?
Yeah.
White.
It's cold. Yeah, no, it's dangerous.
cold.
Yeah, as long as it's cold. I like an ice cube in my wine. It's probably not,
Yeah.
acceptable to do.
I went to Mexico once and they served the red wine cold. How do we? that?
Oh, what was it like?
I hated it. It was awful. I like my red wine room temperature.
Yeah. No, I don't think I could do that. Rosé, very cold.
Yeah.
White wine cold, red wine room temp.
In our first podcast episode, Jason told us his origins of Common when they were doing festivals with ice, selling ice. And he told me that the Brits were putting ice cubes in their beer
What?
at the festivals. Yeah.
That's madness.
Thank you for confirming.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be seen dead with someone putting. I mean, I don't really like beer, but ice in your beer is wrong, isn't it?
Wrong. Thank you.
It's a bit like putting ice in a glass of champagne or something. It's like if it's, but no.
You'd put a frozen strawberry though, or you wouldn't. Fresh
No.
only.
No, no.
Okay, I would. What can I say?
So
I'm a savage.
I was in the Cannymans last night, which is a pub in.
Sounds like you said the Caymans. I was in the Caymans.
Yeah,
last night.
just flew over especially for this. And I'll drink champagne there because it's served in a frozen champagne flute, poured at the table with fresh strawberries.
But do they give you gloves to hold the glass, or how is it like cold after a while?
No, it's all right. Yeah,
I have to try it out.
it's very enjoyable.
So we've got an address to check out after. All right, Potter. I wanted to say that since I started writing it. Do you get the reference?
Yeah, we get it. Yeah.
Yes, you have
Yeah.
the age of your kids. You must.
Yeah.
I've been told your morning mood is so ghost, you only give a demi. Careful, if you spill, I get extra points.
I mean, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to start somewhere, okay? Things can only go up from here.
And careful, I know a demi in France is half a beer. And trust me, I'm saving those for later. Like I'm told, you spend the first 30 minutes of your day saving furniture and homewares inspo on Instagram. And it says here, what is great about a century that was so mid?
Well, You're absolutely right. I do waste a lot of time on my phone in the bed, but who doesn't these days, you know? And the only thing mid in this podcast is the laugh that comes between the live and the love. Your favorite wall splanation quote of midlife crisis fame, mid. Don't you have one?
I have as many wall quotes as you have savings.
Negative wall quotes. The most negative wall quotes are what? Nietzsche?
Nietzsche, yes.
Can't even say his
I
name.
put that up, yeah.
Well, I certainly feel a slight roast after the morning routine round, but I don't feel like I've really gotten to know your morning routine in depth as yet. As you mentioned, you have an 11-year-old, and did you say 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too, I have a 9-year-old.
Oh.
So, but the 9-year-old is my oldest, so it's a different dynamic because I have a 5-year-old. So how does it work in your household, getting them out of the house? Do they go to the same school?
Yeah, and it's pretty chill actually,
Yeah.
because the school's literally at the end of the road. So they just
Then-
kind of take themselves off to school every
No
morning.
way.
Yeah.
You got the free chaperone.
Yeah.
That's
So
the
it's
oldest
kind of,
kid.
yeah, exactly.
Nice.
It's good. Couple of Daisy's pals turn up at the house at about 8:10. I am sometimes out of bed, quite often not. They've had their breakfast, they've got themselves dressed, and off they go.
Nice.
I mean, my husband has probably also been up for like an hour and a half, but
Because your house is on the morning, what I would call the walking school bus.
yeah, it's easy. They've got to cross like one road and that's it to get there.
Nice.
So yeah, the kids are fine. And then it's just me just getting myself together, trying to, take the dog for a walk sometimes. Again, husband tends to do that unless he's away, in which case I'm suddenly like,
Oh, so you do have a dog. I was told that you were more of a cat lady.
I am much more of a cat lady. I thought having a dog would be like having just a massive cat.
Yeah.
It's not. I think it's the neediness that I don't like about a dog. That's what I love about cats, is that they don't give a shit about you.
No.
So, and I kind of
Cats are chain smokers, actually.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%. I kind of like that you have to work at getting them to love you. Whereas a
You
dog,
like that?
yeah, I love that. Whereas a dog's like, I love you, I love you, I love you. And it's a bit like, oh, go away. So yeah, just really needy. And then you got to walk it. And if I had my time again, probably wouldn't have a dog. I'd have like 18 cats though.
Okay, 18 is a lot of
Yeah,
things.
yeah, I'd lose my friends and my family, but I'd have 18 cats.
Oh, do you incorporate the kitties into your pottery, like a little cat's paw?
No, that's weird. No.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
Well, you could if you had 18.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
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 Maybe you could get them on, what do you call the thing with that spins around?
The wheel.
The wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Put them on the wheel.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. They wouldn't do anything good though.
Have you seen those videos where that guy, he purposely knocks over his pottery at the end of everything? Does that infuriate you?
Yeah, it's just, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there like that. There's a lot of male potters who like to just do it with their tops off and be like, hey,
That sounds all right.
and you're like, yeah, just gonna get clay everywhere.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm sure that you would be just as popular if women did the same
probably, yeah.
thing. Probably more.
I mean, I'm not gonna try that one.
No. But what's good about it is that, you can recycle the materials. It's less wasteful than doing it with, I don't know. Like if we had 18 of these lined up on a piece of wood and then knock them over with 18 cats, for
That's
example.
tricky.
So
Yeah.
then we couldn't recycle
Yeah, that's true.
this, but the
You can, yeah.
clay, I guess.
Until it's been put in the kiln, you
Yeah.
can use it and reuse it and reuse it.
Yeah, it's good. So it's environmentally friendly.
It is environmentally friendlier than other things,
Yeah.
I would say.
Less wasteful.
Way less wasteful,
But
yeah.
some chemicals involved, I'm told.
Well, the glazes have got mystery chemicals in them.
Oh, mystery chemicals.
Yeah, mystery
Like
chemicals.
this drink.
Proper potters have been on all of these glazing courses and learn how to make their own glazes and stuff. And I'm a bit like, you can buy it in a pot. So I'm just going to buy it in a pot and then put it on the pots.
Right. But why wouldn't you consider yourself a proper potter? I've seen your work.
'Cause-
Look at this. Look
well,
at this beautiful
yeah.
trophy that she's made. Only a proper potter could create
Proper potter.
a trophy so
Yeah, it's funny.
pretty big.
I think, I don't know, I feel like there's a real kind of old school element to pottery where everything is done in a certain way and it's such an ancient form and everything's kind of glazed in kind of brown. And But so mine's a little less. I think a lot of traditional potters take themselves quite seriously,
Yeah.
and they would frown upon using.
Is there an
commercial
industry you
grade.
could compare it to that's also as ancient? Like, I don't know,
I don't know.
sword making,
Woodwork, maybe sword making. Yeah,
bells, big old
bells,
cowbells.
cowbells.
No?
Yeah, maybe soldering. Maybe.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
That concludes the segment known as the morning routine. Although you didn't really get to know mine.
Oh yeah.
I live in the French Alps. I have a dog also. He only poos once a day on the way to school. My daughters are quite high maintenance. They bicker a lot. I can't give them any responsibilities because they do have a difference in age, but going the wrong direction for me because my oldest is 9. So she's not quite old enough to be in charge of anything yet.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yep.
And right now we're going through winter, so there's a lot of extra admin, a lot of extra clothes. All right, keeping things interesting, we got to now look at the scoreboard and see who got the most roasted. And honestly, with this distraction, like trying to hold the cup, roasting each other, I think I actually spilled a drop, and I'm not going to go for the slow-mo. But that probably means, I did say extra points for spillage.
You did.
Therefore, I'm going to have to give you the win on that one.
I'll take it. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks
Chin.
very much.
Chin
Cheers.
chin. Here we have the board.
Yep.
This is you.
Uh-huh.
You're going to move along a little bit, but first, me. I'm going to punish myself the most. Move me all the way down here. I've been roasted.
Oh, sad times.
Your roasting was quite good. And then let's put you just a little bit ahead,
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm going to feel too sad. I'm isolated down here,
That's
Who will be this season's Roasty with the Mosty? Common coffee.
Jumping in now to the dinner party category of the Bed of Roasters podcast.
okay.
So taking the ick out of turmeric, innovative Ella served curry at her wedding. Why did you serve curry?
Mainly because it was going to annoy the elders, I think. The people who were expecting chicken wrapped in bacon or whatever.
Duck confit.
Exactly. Also, we just really like curry, so we thought, why not? You know, do something a bit different. It confused some people.
Yeah, the ick in turmeric.
Did you like that one? Yeah.
Yeah. Turmeric is the worst to get out of anything.
Well, at least my guests get home safely. I heard you like picking up hitchhikers. The public service of picking up hitchhikers is probably the same as being your dinner guest. Good karma, but undefinable lingering odours.
Obviously, as I said, I live in the French Alps, and we have a long valley, and the bus services aren't always reliable, and sometimes they're really full of skiers, and you can't even get on them. So there is a bit of a hitchhiking culture.
Okay, right.
And I think it's like pay it forward. For me, it's a pay it forward thing. Literally on the way here, I picked up a hitchhiker, which was good because my phone had died, and I couldn't look up the maps on the way to the airport. So I picked up a hitch. It was very strategic, actually. I don't know if I actually get karma points for this one because I basically used him as maps.
The red flag's going off in my mind right now. You picked up a random man and your phone was dead.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
And he smelled really weird.
I think that's the least of your problems, the smell.
But,
Worried about the murderings.
let me just say that I don't advocate for young women alone without their phones or young men without any means of aid to pick up hitchhikers. But if you did and it went well for you, great karma. Just roll down the window. That's right. And it's the thing as well is like when you pick up the hitchhiker, when is the appropriate moment to roll down the window knowing that it's ice cold outside, but you just can't stand the odor any longer?
Yeah, that's really bad. I mean, I just feel like just don't pick them up.
This is your roast, the next one.
Yeah. As less than unknown DJ,
I'm a DJ, by the way.
Oh, okay, cool. I was like, it's a DJ. Yes,
Me.
you are. Okay. I can safely say the cheese in your fridge has a more consistent growth than your SoundCloud reach. The algorithm saw EP in the title and read it as enough playtime.
It's true. That is true, and that is a good roast. And yeah. But here I am.
Yeah. And, nice little plug there as well for your DJ.
Thank you. Actually, I haven't even mentioned what my DJ name is. Can you guess?
No.
It's Kenzie.
Kenzie.
DJ Kenzie.
DJ Kenzie.
You got it.
DJ Kenzie?
Yes.
Ah, such a good name.
Thank you.
What sort of
Now I got the plug-in.
What sort of music do you play?
House music.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, let's look at the board.
Okay,
Focus.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a roasting. You've had your roasting. And
Yeah.
Now you're gonna move up. Here we go. This is the fiddliest thing. Up. Ha! There we go. Do we go all the way over here, or do we go in the middle? How roasted do you feel? I think not that.
I feel like middle of the arch there is pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lefty loosey, righty tighty. And then me, let's do equal footing, I feel. And there we go. Time to move on to the gossip segment. I'm going to make myself a little bit more comfortable, change position, because,
Gossip.
we've got to let loose. And that's why we're going to bring in Jason for round 2 of the espresso martinis. Thank you, Jason.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Flatten it off. There we go.
And the third one is for our camera lady.
Yeah.
Behind the lens.
There we go. Enjoy.
Thank you.
So okay with some of these dirties.
Take the dirties.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Thanks. He's so kind.
He is
so kind.
a good egg.
Chin. So, the gossip segment. We're off script now, and we're just chilling at this point.
Just drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it sounded a lot less alcoholic when it was coffee without alcohol.
Yeah.
Now we're just drinking coffee with alcohol, But it is the evening at this point.
It is.
so-
And it's Saturday?
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it is.
It's legit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So for the gossip segment, let's dish.
Okay.
So I saw in your question categories, you mentioned you never do dishes after a meal,
No.
and I love that.
Yeah.
What's the secret to convincing someone else to do the dishes?
Just not doing them.
Oh, it's like, okay.
Yeah. Just leaving the room.
That was simple.
Yeah.
Simple. Just
Just
like a
walk-
physical solution.
Like walk away from the situation. Yeah.
yeah, and never return.
I mean, not until they're done. No.
There's something ironic in the fact that you make dishes.
Yeah. I mean, I've done my
But
part.
won't do
I have
them.
produced the dishes. Someone else can cook the food to put on them, and then someone else can clear it away.
Is that the case at your house?
Yeah. I mean, Rory is very much the cook. He does the washing up. I will dry. But what we've also done is we've trained our children from a young age to load and empty the dishwasher,
Okay.
and also to use the coffee machine. So
This is
Yeah.
sounding more and more interesting.
basically just doing all the things that you don't want to do
Okay.
and turning it into like you won't get your pocket money.
The gossip segment is turning into like a self-help,
Self-help.
train up your
Yeah.
kids guide. How
I'd
do we
say-
do this? How
yeah.
does this happen?
I'd say the best thing I've ever done is teach them how to use the coffee machine. And then the second best is how to unload a dishwasher.
What do you have in common with your daughter?
So she really is starting to get into clothes, makeup, hair stuff. We have exactly the same hair, which is like thick, curly, red hair, which is really hard to manage. So kind of, bonding through that trauma. And yeah, so she's at that age where she still likes me and she wants to hang out with me, which I feel like in about 18 months time, she's going to like hate me. I'm already getting a couple
Yeah.
of eye rolls and,
Mm.
but currently we're okay.
Does she have her own phone?
She's got one of the old school Nokia 3210s.
Cute.
So she can call and text, but
Yeah.
she's no access to the internet.
And what is that like for the other kids in her age group, like in her class? Or...
Tricky. I think there's been quite a push on the schools to like not go down the smartphone route. So there's been a lot of parents who have like opted out. But it seems to be okay because she can still text them
Yeah.
and they can still like call each other, and then they seem to like call each other on their phones and then they play Roblox on the iPad together or something. I don't know. It's a lot. There's a lot of screaming and laughing going on, and I'm not entirely sure what they're up to, but
Sounds good.
seems innocent enough.
My daughter's class, there's a girl in it who has a smartwatch and she can call her parents on it. They're 9.
Fancy.
Yeah.
That's quite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's also like equipped with a GPS tracker so her parents know where she is at all times. I feel it's a little bit what's the word? Dystopian.
It is a little bit kind of Big Brother, isn't it? But I guess then at least you know. I mean, it's been so nice Daisy having a phone because it means that you can let her go further and do more stuff because you can just call her up and check that she's, not flown to Europe or something.
It could happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I've got do you have some gossip for us? Oh, that is such an obvious question to write for the gossip segment.
Do I?
Do you have some gossip for us?
I mean, so much gossip, none of which I can repeat.
Ah, you're one of those good friends.
Yeah, I mean, there's some really good work gossip going on at Rosemains at the moment. There's some really good gossip amongst my friends. Can't say. Could do gossip about celebrities though.
You could? Like who?
Like the one that I've been really focusing on, mainly because it's been on TikTok a lot, is the whole Blake Lively and your man from Baldoni.
Yeah.
Who sounds like a really bad dude, but then also his lawsuits come out and say, no, she's the bad dude.
Well, I mean, this is the thing, is like when the media get involved in the lawsuit from jump, everything gets blurred, and the worst of it are the PR agents.
Oh my God. Like literally they've like openly admitted how they were just going to ruin her career.
Yeah.
So I do feel like he's the bad dude. I went and watched the film just to see.
So did I. Yeah. Great. Now that's PR.
Yeah.
Like maybe the whole thing is a setup just
Honestly.
that more people watch the film, which by the way is called It Ends With Us, and is a film which is more or less highlighting domestic violence and breaking the cycle.
Yeah.
So, it is an important subject and not to be trivialized, which unfortunately
it's completely been overshadowed by their drama, which just sounds like egos clashing basically. Anyway, I watched the movie. I read the book when they still were making it, and I thought it was fucking awful.
The book?
Yeah. And then I saw the film and I thought also terrible movie.
Now you have the scoop, you have been able to meet Ella Fletcher for the first time here. This is your first ever podcast?
It is!
Exclusively with Common Coffee. And it's time for us to tally up.
Okay.
Tally ho. Okay, so I'm just going to take a sip and then have a look at my scoreboard.
Who will be this season's Roasty with the Mosty? Common Coffee.
Okay, so over here, before it's really roasted, it's green. We're a little bit roasted here, and then if we made it over here, Jason, would we have been tasty if we were this roasted, or is this too roasted?
Burnt.
Where's the good part?
Kind of here.
Oh well, we haven't been well and roasted yet. We're still on our way, but we've got no more roasting to be done, and are we equal?
I'd say equal.
We are equal.
Yeah.
And from memory, this is also the placement of Jason Harvey, who was our first guest, who obviously you've just seen delivering
familiar with his work. Yep.
So here we are, which means so far, we're now in episode 3, the leader so far is our previous guest, Roberta.
Was she good at the roasting?
Yeah, well, yeah, she roasted me more than I roasted her.
Okay.
So that's what we were looking at. Whereas this time, I think we had an equal.
I'd say it was equal.
An equal roast.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna have to inform you as of now that unfortunately the Roasty with the Mosty trophy won't go
back to me.
That's
That's fine.
But we're gonna
I've spent enough time with it.
We're gonna keep searching and keep watching the episodes or listening to, if you're only on audio, of Better Roasters to see if somebody else will take home the Roasty with the Mosty trophy and out roast Roberta.
Meet you back in bed for another episode of A Bed of Roasters. Available now and filter free on all top streaming platforms. Common Coffee.